Snowrunner stream instead of Arma 3. It's been a while since we've done Snowrunner, a couple months.
Yeah.
Alright, windowed game, Snowrunner. Perfect.
Did I update?
Usually auto updates set, so if you opened Epic Game Launcher, you probably did.
Well,
Oh, there's a Discord overlay. I don't remember that popping up before, but I don't need it since I just keep Discord open anyway to see when you talk.
yeah.
Let's see. I forgot to get the free games for this week, so I'm going to do that while the game's loading. I already own this game, Neo, but I'm going to get it anyway for free on Epic. You'll notice in the main menu, as they usually do, they put the new region as the main menu screen. And I kind of like it. It's nice and muddy. Definitely has the most Mudrunner feel out of every map. So it's much appreciated. Apparently this game's more intense on my GPU than Arma 3, because my GPU's going crazy just on the main menu.
Oh. I'm gonna grab a controller real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, you're right. Epic has a friends list. Okay. Well, here's the main menu, everybody. Oh, I'm like, why won't the menu load? And I realized I kept pressing B instead of A because I've been playing on Switch. It's been a while since I played on PC. Alright, so we're gonna co-op this. Create game, private, start co-op. I was remarking last stream that this new region is called the Dawn region. And I don't know. My brain's all in Japanese right now. So I'm like, dun dun. Like, that's an onomatopoeia in Japanese. Oh, it's so nice to have all my trucks that aren't deleted on the PC version. It's like, hey, all my trucks are here. Alright, well, I don't know what they've added since I last played, considering I don't have the new DLC on this. Wow, I don't have all of these? Not even that high enough rank, wow. The Boar? I don't know that truck. Alright, I should set some goals. So this is an unexpected stream. I should definitely pick a location.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, I'm just figuring out what we're gonna do. Looking at all my maps and stuff. So what I've done on my PC save is a lot of jumping around to try each of the maps. Oh, that's right. Well, I guess we're doing Wisconsin. You have Wisconsin, right? The Year 1 Deluxe Edition or whatever. Actually, never mind. I don't think it matters because I'm hosting the game, so I think as long as I have it, you can use it.
I think I have it anyway.
Yeah, I think you do too. Okay, so I just noticed I have one truck out on the map, and it has 2 wood logs loaded in the back. So clearly I was thinking I was about to do something, but it's been a while since I played. And so, yeah, we are in Wisconsin figuring out what to do. This one has the mechanic of needing materials to build other materials, as well as, I think this is the generator map, where you have to carry generators to things, so haven't been doing a whole lot of that. What am I doing? I keep pressing the wrong buttons because I am used to Switch, so the buttons are swapped. I keep like hitting back instead of confirm, and I'm like, what's happening? Oh, okay, so there's a stuck trailer. That looks like fun. Oh yeah, and I'm on the second map. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm doing, is I'm trying to fix a bridge, but in order to get over there, I've got to cross the river somewhere because there's a different bridge that's out. So I guess I'm going... Oh, I thought that's a crossing, but it's not. South Bridge? I'm like struggling to find something I can do because everything's like metal beams, but you need something special to get metal beams, or at least it's not on this map. I don't know. So if you happen to, yeah, the Rolled Steel Factory apparently has a bunch of the ability to create metal beams, and I think it's 2 rolls of steel makes 1 roll of metal beams. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to recover so I'm back at the garage. Or actually, no, I'll just leave this truck here. I have plenty of trucks. So I'm going to go back to the garage. As soon as I press the actual correct button. Oh, that's odd. Oh, I guess that's only in the garage menu. There's a button when you're on the map to jump to the garage. Like enter the garage on this map. But apparently if you're just in the regular map, that button doesn't show up. Okay, so here's my plan. I am going to take a long trailer, and I'm just going to make as many steel beams as I can. Problem is, I am going to need someone with a crane to pick up those things because my truck doesn't have a crane.
Okay. Which area are you in?
So we're in Wisconsin. I'm right by the garage right now.
You're in Black Badger.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see where you're at.
Oh, there's upgrades I haven't gotten either. Those must be new. Must have added them to the game recently. Alright, so right by the start, there's a cargo creation zone. And a generator that is needed. I'm like still trying to get this mechanic working. I've never messed with generators. There's the metal framing plant. Oh no, that's break down a house to get metal frames. That's what that is. Yeah, there's a couple of those. Or maybe that's how you get steel rolls. Because I'm not seeing any steel rolls anywhere. So you probably have to break down each house, get the steel. There's another cargo zone. Alright. Well, let me see. I'm just going to start clicking on some of these things. So metal framing gives you 2 steel beams directly to make it easy. So that's nice. The crafting zone can craft metal beams, but where do you get the steel rolls? I don't see a steel roll plant. Oh, and there's a limited amount of materials at this warehouse over here, but it doesn't have anything for steel. There's checking everything. Yeah, so a lot of the places where you can pick up normal cargo have a limited amount. Oh, and you can get sand from the quarry that you can turn into cement. Oh, okay, so there are some metal rolls at this other warehouse, but we shouldn't need those yet, since we can just break down some houses. Yeah, so that seems like the plan here. So my goal is I am going to gosh, there's so many buildings. I'm still going through them all. I'm going to break down a house, get a couple metal rolls, go to the next map, and build the bridge. The bridge requires more... Oh, there's a railway bridge too? Oh. So that might be something you might want to start working on the Black Badger Lake map. The railway bridge mission needs a whole bunch of beams, and that would be convenient since it goes to the other map.
Which mission?
Railway bridge is the mission. Oh, there's a rolled steel factory on the other map. It's like, well, I finally found where the rolled steel is. So, and it looks like it doesn't require electricity. Problem is, you need these bridges to exist first for that to be useful. Oh yeah, I forgot there's 2 garages. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm definitely at the other map. Okay, so it looks like there's plenty of metal beams to build the bridges before we run out and have to start using rolled steel. So I'm gonna go pick up... Yeah, going this way it looks fine. I'm going to pick up from a house 2 pieces of steel, and I'm going to take them to the other map and build the bridge. So that's my plan.
Okay, so I'm going to be building a different bridge?
Yeah, there's a bridge on the Black Badger?
Black Badger
River, yeah, that one, railway bridge, needs 4 steel. So it's going to take a couple trips of stealing steel from houses or wherever you can get it. Okay. That's right, okay. And I'm doing North Bridge on the other map. Okay. There we go. Greenwoods River, North Bridge. Okay. Like I finally have it all figured out. So I am going to buy a trailer. You might need to get a trailer. I can buy one for you so you don't have to spend your money in case you need it.
Yeah.
What kind of truck do you have right now?
I might use my Fleet Star, but
okay.
What would you recommend?
Well, I'm just wondering if you want to take a long trailer or if you just want to do one steel thing at a time with your bed of your truck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm going to get a sideboard trailer because that's my favorite trailer.
Yeah.
Might take a while if you're only doing one metal beam at a time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You think the Fleet Star would be...
Oh, I see. You're still in the garage. Okay, so I'm going to leave a lot of these metal frames that are closer to the garage to you. Since I'm headed all the way to the other map anyway, I'm going to get the one that's in the south. This one on the southeast side. I guess I have to go up that way. Alright, hopefully I can get there. Yeah, I don't know why they chose to name the new region after the truck companies that are in the game. It's kind of odd. The Dawn region.
did?
I'm driving a Dawn truck right now, and then one of the maps
Oh.
in the Dawn region is Tatra, and there's a Tatra factory, which is the two new trucks, the company.
What
Wow.
are you driving?
Yeah, I mean, they're Phase 5 Season 2 trucks, so I don't have them. But they're both good trucks. Yeah, going this way is tough. I immediately went east, and there's a river here, so hopefully
Oh,
if you go this way, you know you can winch onto a few things. I got stuck for a minute, even in my massive truck. Alright, now I'm good. I was having this problem yesterday, or Friday, when I streamed, where 10% of my video was dropped frames.
Oof.
So for the YouTube upload, I just uploaded it for my local copy. I'm like, well, good thing I
Yeah.
do local copies for that reason. It would have been like 20 minutes of slideshow otherwise.
Yeah.
Sadly, all that progress is gone. Oh well. Oh yeah, I don't think I've told you on that file, the hard mode file, I 100%ed Michigan, and I'm almost done with Taymyr, the Russian map, and then I started on Alaska. But I guess I'm technically farther on it than this, because I'm at 32% complete, and this one's only like 26. But I think people that watch can tell that I really like this game. Spent a lot of time
Yeah.
playing it. I'm considering calling it my favorite game of all time. Definitely has that feel. If you
Really?
remove nostalgia from the rankings, this is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and probably since the last time you've played, they changed the keybinds for releasing the winch to be right bumper. So finally you won't accidentally turn the handbrake on when you're trying to release a winch.
Oh, I don't think I was even using that.
Oh. Well,
But
no,
yeah.
you've used your winch before.
Yeah, but I don't think I ever like officially released it. Like I would just attach to
Until it
something
breaks.
else. Yeah.
Wow, this is...
No, there are probably a few times when I would
Yeah.
detach it, but
This looks bizarre. This truck I'm using is really weird. And I have a a spare tire on the side, and it is flipping out right now. Like, the physics are going crazy.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen this happen. I think it's because I'm driving in water that's up to the tire, and the tire is just vibrating and like looks like it's gonna fly off my truck. There's like a what even is that? Like there's a little arm, like a metal arm next to the tire for some reason. And it's also just like shaking as far as the physics will allow it to go without ripping off my truck. Okay, and then I exit the water, and now it's fine again. But it's like, man, like a little bit of water perturbing it, and it looks like it's being beaten with 1,000 pounds of force. Yeah, it's doing it again. I mean, I guess the tire would have buoyancy in the water, so it would be moving a bunch, but
Yeah.
it just looks really weird.
So I'm thinking that my release winch button wasn't ever right bumper.
Oh, you mean did you custom put it something, or what do you mean?
I don't know. It just seems second nature for me to push. Oh, I'm using an Xbox controller, so I push Y to attach and then B to detach.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying is they changed it to right bumper in the update, so that it's always right bumper for
Oh,
controllers.
yeah, that's confusing.
Yeah, because normally it would be B, but that's handbrake, and they realized people kept complaining that they were accidentally turning on their handbrake whenever they tried to detach. So it's confusing. Yeah, it'll change your muscle memory, but once you get used to it, it's definitely a positive change.
Well, my detach winch is still B, and then my handbrake is right bumper.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you have a different control scheme. I use control scheme D, the last one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but yeah,
That's
they did split
probably
the
why.
buttons up, and now I see what you're saying. It's funny. It's like I've used a third of my fuel just trying to get past this corner of the map. It does not bode well. Oh, I'm dumb. I just realized when you go to a house and try to like make it into usable materials, you have to have a crane to put it
Oh,
on
you
your vehicle.
do?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do
Oh,
is I'm gonna drive all the way out there, park my vehicle, and then get something with a crane to drive out and help me.
dang, I'm gonna have to do that too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, there's something about this I'm forgetting. Like, oh yeah, dealing with houses is annoying. I guess I could go do the metal rolls, where I go to the metal roll factory, drive all the way back to the factory that converts them. I guess the factory that converts them is all the way back at the other garage, and so it'd be like 2 full trips. So I'd rather not do that. Um, Although I would be more willing to do it once I build this bridge, because then I can just take the other exit to come back, so it's a little bit faster. Yeah, it's a shame Arma 3. It's like every update seems to break something.
yeah.
It may be my most played game on Steam, but not my favorite with how they handled things.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a gas station here. I should definitely get some gas before I go on. I keep forgetting. I'm like, oh, how much money do I have? I'm like, wait, this one is not hard mode. I can just get
Yeah.
gas for free. Oh, another thing they changed that you may notice very quickly. Um, all interactions, well, maybe it's different on your control scheme, but they changed the button for accessing stuff on the map. What am I saying? For driving into a zone, instead of pressing,
Mhm.
having the button be the same as something else, they made it like left on the D-pad.
Oh.
So instead of being like, oh, do I want to do differential lock, or do I want to access cargo management, now it's just press left to access cargo management.
Oh.
Oh, and yeah, I just realized I could be in immersive mode this whole time.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
It's like, oh man. Gotta get a nice thumbnail picture.
Nice. See, it's still got the waypoints.
Yep.
That's good. So I would be lost.
I'm gonna hold down on my controller, hold down right, stick in, and it shows everything.
Ah. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so if I go left, it's the wrong way. So I have to... I mean, if I go right, so I have to go left. And I've already missed my turn. Cool. So I guess I'm driving off the side of this cliff. I was remarking earlier how I'm learning Japanese still. It's going pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. My goal is 100% accuracy on recognizing every character of hiragana and katakana before the end of the year.
Nice.
I'm almost there. Doing a lot
How
of
many
practice.
characters are there?
Just a few hundred.
Okay.
Between the two systems, for the most part, it's there's only 6 letters in each system that are like a single sound, and everything else is 2 or like potentially 3 sounds with one character. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting how that works. What makes it hard though is I've been trying to figure out what the logic is when they have loan words, because sometimes they use different logic, it feels like
really?
Translating my name makes a lot of sense. Like there's only one way that makes sense, but for a lot of other words I'm like, why did they do it this way? They could have done it with these other letters and that sounds closer to the original. So
yeah,
it seems illogical sometimes, some of the loan words. Like my name is Rogan. And so it's just all the same sounds, very straightforward, like one-to-one comparison. But for a name like Patricia, it's like Patricia, and so it's kind of close, but I don't know. That one almost makes sense, and then there's other ones like my girlfriend's name is Lindsay, and her name is Ring Shi. Oh wait, no, they make it 3 syllables. It's like Rin. Let's see. No, I'm like going back and forth. I'm like, what is it? Yeah, for the DS sound in Lindsay, they use the Z sound, and they ignore the D sound completely. So it's just Rinji. And I'm like, I that's one way to do it. They could have done like Rin Da Ji.
Yeah.
And then you have every sound, but then it's 3 syllables instead of 2. So sometimes they prioritize number of syllables over capturing all of the sounds.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they do that, because a lot of other words it's like you turned a 2-syllable word into a 4-syllable word. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That seems like the opposite approach. Hey, guess what? You don't need a crane.
Oh, you don't?
I feel like they just changed that in this update, because I went to a house and it lets me auto-load, so auto-loading exists.
Oh, nice.
Maybe it's because I was playing on hard mode before, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Because that's something that only applies to houses, if that's the case, because you can still auto-load for other stuff, but, you know. The way they did hard mode is just like, I don't know, throw some difficulty in here and there. It's like, what's that? Oh yeah, trailers. Instead of getting 50% money back, or 100% easy, you just get nothing. It's like, why? Like, I can sell trucks for 50%. Why can't I sell trailers for 50%?
Yeah.
Does that really break the game that bad? Like, they're not worth that much. I think that would have been nice to keep the gameplay a little more consistent with easy mode, to sell trailers for 50%.
Seems weird that they depreciate that much.
Yeah, worthless as soon as you buy it. Well, in this post-apocalyptic world, trucks are the only thing with value.
They're like, oh, Used trailers, easy to come by. Practically worthless.
Yeah. Easy mode is when the world actually cares about recycling. Hard mode is you have to pay for your sins of creating things.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention, someone said that in the new map there's an actual human being that you can see. And I'm like, whoa, really? It's like that's a huge difference. Everyone's like, whoa. Like, you're not the only person that's alive? Like, that's a first. There's like a guy, I think he waves at you, but he's in the new map. It's like inside of the building. But yeah, I mean, it's an odd game when that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's an actual second NPC. Or the first NPC, I guess, because this is our playable character in a sense. I think of the truck more as the character than this guy, but he's just an automaton meant to drive the truck. I wish we could change his clothes, though. It's like, I can do so many other things cosmetically. Why can't I change what he looks like?
Yeah.
He's basically a hood ornament or a dashboard ornament.
Yeah.
I think functionally he is. Oh yeah, I forgot trailer cam is a thing. I hit R3 and it's like the camera just goes back. I'm like, what are you doing? I wanted to go first person. Alright, let's see. Okay, I'm almost there. Yeah, it's taken 15 minutes just to drive across this map. But hey, then we'll have a bridge. I was trying to remember something cool in Japanese, but I don't know. I learned that the word ice in English is how they say ice cream. Aisu.
Oh, they just call it Aisu?
Yeah, that's what they use to refer to ice cream. I'm like, well, I mean, they already have a Japanese word for ice, so I guess that's good shorthand. What else? A bunch of random things. Like, I noticed the game that I play that has an English translation being worked on by a fan. He posted an update this week that said he's continuing work on it. I'm like, oh good, he didn't abandon the project. That's always a good feeling.
Nice.
But it was ironic because I'm like, well, I don't need this anymore. Like, out of all the projects that a fan or a mod maker could make, that's the one that matters the least now that I'm learning Japanese. Like, oh, I can just read it normally. Oh, I was going to talk to you about, what was it? You mentioned before you played the Game Boy game for, what is it? The Dragon Quest Pokemon.
Oh, yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, say something again.
Hello?
You're only in one of my ears, and I don't know if that's on your end or my end. Let me see if I hear anything in my left ear.
Oh, that's weird.
I definitely don't hear you in my left ear, but let me make a noise with my computer and see if I hear it. Oh, nope, that's my headset. Okay. Let me fix this real quick. That's weird. I didn't jiggle any cords. I wonder why it cut out so easily.
Oh, I'm gonna need to be helped.
Sorry, did I just make a loud microphone noise? I should have muted my
Mm,
mic.
no, not that I know of.
Okay. Alright, I fixed it. I had to tweak the cord a bit, and then now I can hear again in both ears.
Oh, good.
That one was pretty random. I haven't had that happen in a while since I learned to tie my cord down so it doesn't get pulled on when I move. Oh, you know what? Oh wait, no. I'm like, oh, I should have gone to the other entrance, but no, this is fine. I just have to get there before I run out of gas. Oh yeah, this is the map that has the sequoia. That's cool. So we're going. Oh, I don't know which way's faster. Both of these look super sketchy. It's like I don't want to go either of these ways. I guess we're going this way. I want to see. We're going straight. One of the ways goes up by the watchtower, but it's very twisty, and I have a trailer. And the other way, which I'm going now, goes. I basically have to drive on the riverbank for a while, and it looks a little dangerous. But turns out there's no such thing as a safe path. But yeah, I'm digging this map. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I just got stuck in the river.
Oh yeah, that river near the garage.
Yeah, no, near the
West side.
gas station.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Good times. I was noticing on my Switch version, I started using the International HX 520 a lot, and its best tires are chained. And man, like having that with chain tires in Alaska is like insane. It's so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever feel like playing on your own, that's my recommendation. You just buy one of those, put some chain tires on it, and you can do all of Alaska with one truck. And it's nice to be able to drive on the roads and not slip everywhere. Okay, so what's the correct approach for crossing this river? Like, it's literally just a river. Like, the devs didn't put any, like, hint of a road anywhere on it. It's just like, it's up to you. Good luck. Cross this big rut in where there's water flowing. Oh. Alright, I survived. Good for me. Someone said they added brakes to trailers so that they don't roll away as badly.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Haven't tested that. The sign thing is something I didn't see anyone mention. They didn't put very much in the patch notes. There's a couple bugs that they fixed. But there's a lot of these small features they didn't even bother putting in. It's a shame that the only update they did since launch for the Switch was this recent update, and they didn't fix a lot of things. It's like, oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they waited until the new phase, and that was the only update. And then, you know, it's just whatever they fixed in the update. It's like, well, probably have to wait 6 months for the next phase. Or 3 months. I look forward to the desert map. I can't remember if that's next or the phase after it. But I think the next map is another snow map, and then it's desert.
Mm.
But that'll be cool because it's unique. I know there's a lot of already made fan mods that are desert maps because the tools for making desert maps are already in the editor, which is something I'm going to do at some point. I think I told you I'm going to make a map. One of the caveats I had was I feel like there's a really small size restriction, and so that's kind of a pain. Like, you can't make a map as big as the biggest map in the base game. I think it's like 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer or something is the biggest, or something like that. But you can make a pretty good size challenge. And I think you're allowed to string them together and make your own region, so we'll see. Really what I should do is experience other people's maps first, so I know what's already out there, because it'd be kind of a waste if I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a map just like this, and then someone's already done it, but better, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a desert map. It's like, well, a million people have already done that. So my current thinking is kind of replicating some of the stuff that was in Mudrunner. Do you remember that map that had like a volcano in the middle, and you could drive up around it in the caldera?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to do that. There's another map where you drive on the beach a bunch. You remember that? We did that one together.
Yeah.
So I want to make one where that's kind of a requirement, is driving on the beach. There's a couple maps like that in Mudrunner, but there's nothing like that in this game. So that would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I mean, I guess there's a few sections in this game. Oh, I don't know if this is showing you a cutscene now. Sorry. Should have warned you.
No, it's not. It just says stage completed.
Oh, okay. Okay, service parts. Service parts. Oh, okay. Well, that's why I have the other truck. The truck on the other side of the river is right next to where their service parts. Oh, I remember. Yeah, so I put wood in my truck because I was going to do something with it, but I'm like, don't delete the wood because there's a limited amount on the map, and it gets real tedious to get more if you run out of the easy to get stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop this wood off and hope it doesn't get deleted. And I haven't had that problem on PC, so I'm not too worried about stuff getting deleted. People were saying there were some sort of co-op bugs, but I mean, we haven't run into any so far.
Yeah.
I saw someone post a video where they had 2 other buddies driving by them, and the trucks were like rotating in every axis as they drove by. It just looked really bizarre. It's like, yeah, that's not how trucks work. Just like, oh, don't mind us, just floating on by upside down. Okay, I'm like, I keep pressing activate anchor, and I'm like, is anything happening? I guess it did. Oh, and I have to unpack the cargo. Alright. Get this out of my truck. Wood. Blah. Oh, that's right. That's why it wasn't working. It's reversed. Keep forgetting. Crane controls are also reversed on Xbox controller.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, on Switch, you know, A and B, X and Y are swapped.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the devs are like, instead of preserving the position, they preserve the button label for what it does. They really just need to add remappable controllers.
Yeah.
Keep on.
It seems pretty standard in most games now.
Yeah, exactly. And it is... Sometimes it can be a tough thing to program, but they already have it in for keyboard rebinding. Like, why not do it for controller? Maybe their concern is it probably works differently on every platform for having to rebind keys, and they don't want to mess with it yet. But I really wish they would mess with it.
Yeah.
I like things a very particular way, especially having the same buttons across platforms would be very nice.
Yeah.
So I don't accidentally press the wrong button 100 times in an hour. But yeah, so I have a truck right now that does have a crane, just so you know, in case you need it. What truck is this? This is a Pacific P15 sorry, P512PF, and I'm actually really digging it. Right now I'm recommending it as a pretty good truck. It, along with the International and whatever the new truck is called, the Tatra, it's like a really solid team of newer trucks that are like DLC trucks.
Yeah.
Oops, I pressed the wrong button. It's like I was trying to winch and I pulled out the crane. I'm like, well, that's useful sometimes, but not right now. Wow, I'm really stuck. I'm like 5 feet away from the destination to finish this bridge. And I got stuck on a tree. Alright, so I can come help you after I finish this bridge. Because then both my trucks, this the road in this other map is completely done. So I can travel easy.
I just hope that my truck hasn't been washed away.
How are you in the river right now? Wow, that was a lot of money for just completing a bridge. Alright, so let me check the map. So we want to do railway bridge. Where's you? There you are. Oh, I see. You're in that river. So what, if this doesn't say you're carrying anything, what are you carrying?
Oh, I'm not. So, it's my,
Oh,
my
you're
Bandit.
the Fleet Star. That's right.
Yeah, my Bandit has all of the stuff, and that's what's
Oh, it's stuck. Okay. How many, so you have like 2 metal? Is that what you have?
2 metal, yeah.
Okay, so that means I can bring 2 metal if I can find some. And I can come from the other direction to finish it. And then we can get concrete slabs. Oh, there's metal over there. Okay, perfect. This will be great. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, and there's conveniently a garage right here. So I can just get gas at the garage for free, which is not something you can do in hard mode. You do not get gas at a garage. Thanks. Whatever the other truck is called, I already forgot. Oh, this is a Dan truck, and the region is Dawn, so I guess it is different.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a really nice truck. I was having fun last stream of the PC version where I just started trying trucks I'd never tried consistently.
Yeah.
And these 2 trucks are ones that stood out, the Dan and the weird Pacific P512. But yeah, Fleet Star, I don't know if that will ever get replaced in my heart for the best budget truck.
Yeah.
I was thinking on hard mode, like anytime I'm like, well, I need to spend just a little bit of money. You know, I have to do a quick task like saving a truck. And like, what can I buy? It's like, well, what's the cheapest thing that's powerful enough? And it's always the Fleet Star. Even fully upgraded, it's cheaper than most hauling trucks that are unupgraded.
Yeah.
So,
it's a good one.
Yeah, right now it's I have 2. Well, I had 2 until one got deleted, but I have 2 that are one for fuel and repairs, and that's a dedicated role, and the other one has a sideboard bed and a crane, and it's just like my basic putting around town truck. Good for road missions.
Nice.
Let's see, what level am I? I'm level 21 in this. Which means I have all the tires unlocked, but not all the trucks. I have way too much money. $700,000 in the bank.
Jeez.
I was looking at my Switch file. It's like, I've earned $2 million. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Doesn't feel like it when you're struggling to buy everything, but
Yeah.
I have built a fleet of trucks in that save, so that feels nice.
Yeah.
Where am I going? Oh, okay. I'm almost there. Forgot how long this road is. But yeah, this reminds me, there was that one map in Mudrunner where, remember, there's like a big, long paved road that you could drive on? It's a very hilly level. It was the one, I think it was the one where they introduced the highway trucks that are basically worthless.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, you can use them on this one road that only exists in this map. It's like you could drive them around in a circle on that one map that it's just like a circle around the second garage. It's like, well... And there was that one time I tried to use one legitimately, like, oh, I'm going to make this harder on myself for fun, and it just could not go anywhere without winching. Did you hear the rumor that they're finally going to add Game Boy games to Switch Online?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, they've had the emulators for Game Boy in the Switch for like over a year, but more rumors recently are like, okay, now they're finally going to do it. Like, this was the year of a bunch of anniversaries for Zelda and Mario, but they were going to wait for some reason. But I don't know. It seems like the kind of rumor that anyone could come up with, so it makes it seem less credible, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, well, we already have evidence that they can do it, and they're planning on doing it at some point, so it's got to happen eventually. Sadly, it doesn't seem like they were necessarily doing any GBA or N64 or anything like that, even though that would be very easy to do.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it too. I'm like, what would they add? Like, considering how they did the SNES, like, which things are off limits? And I'm like, I wonder if they ever would do any of the Square games, like Final Fantasy Legend, because that would be cool. And then after I thought that, I'm like, no, they would never do that, because any games that are already released on Switch in collections, like, that would just cut into the profits of that company. So there's no way they would do that. And so there's already a Saga collection for Final Fantasy Legend 1, 2, 3, and Adventure. And I think it costs like $20 or $30 to get the 4 games. The reason why I didn't buy it is, like, I already own all 4 of those games.
Yeah.
So I don't need to buy it. But and there's Castlevania. I'm like, well, that would be an obvious choice for Switch Online, except there's a Castlevania collection, and that would cut into I'm like, which developer did Castlevania? I almost said Capcom. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I don't know. Whoever,
it's not Capcom?
Maybe? I'm like second guessing myself. And I also realized I'm going the wrong way while I'm saying all this. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to the bridge, but I'm empty right now, so I need to actually go get some steel. I guess it's Capcom. But anyway, they did you know about that one? They have like a huge Castlevania collection with a whole bunch of games.
I did not.
It's all the classic games. So people tend to distinguish the OG NES, SNES, and what do you call it? Or no, just NES and Game Boy and other old systems, like those games, are their own genre of what they're like, and then there's the ones that came later that are more like an RPG where you level up and stuff. And so those are like two separate things. They haven't released a big collection in a while of the RPG ones. Those are the ones I haven't played really, but look interesting, especially like the GBA ones look pretty good. Like what Portrait of Ruin, Symphony of the Night is on a lot of systems. I don't know. Castlevania was something like, I had the Game Boy game and I had the N64 game. Both those games are very, very difficult. Never beat either of them.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm like about to die. I'm like driving into the river, trying not to die. But yeah, Castlevania. Oh, please don't die. Like, there's no witch points, and I have no idea how deep this river is. But we're crossing it anyway.
Boy.
Oh, okay, it's not that deep. I was like almost flipping over just to try to stay out of the water, and then the water's like 2 feet deep. Okay. Got the metal roll, or the metal beams. Oh, and I demolished the cool house. That's kind of sad. What's the best way to get over there? Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm feeling risky. But yeah, the cool house, as I call it, is in this map. There's like a very picturesque part of the river where two small streams merge together and form the river, and right in the corner of where they're merging there's a house, but I just demolished it. So now there's just a foundation, and it's like, oh, it doesn't look as cool anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this works. I remember going up this hill before. Let's see if this thing
This
can...
road is a mess.
Yeah. All the river crossings and stuff. I really like this map. This is... I don't know, it doesn't quite give me Mud Runner vibes. There's something about it, though.
Yeah.
It reminds me of one of the trials that they made for this game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, where there's a lot of river crossings and stuff. And I like that kind of gameplay. River crossings are fun. But currently, my overconfidence in hill climbing is not going well. Because there's nothing to winch onto.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. As long as I don't get too stuck on rocks, like, I'm making progress now. Problem is I have to go over a whole bunch of rocks in a second. And there's nothing to winch onto except trees that instantly die. They really need to change it so if you pull up a tree, it stops being winched and stops being selectable.
Yeah, I keep auto winching to trees that are just
exactly
lying there.
It's like, yeah, we already tried that tree. It didn't work out the last time, boss. I mean, some of the trees explode when they die, and then they stop being winched. And it's like, why can't every tree do that? It's a very simple fix. Oh, I am so close. So if you end up being at the bridge, let me know, because I'm going to need you to winch me up the rest of the way. I'm like 20 feet to the top of the hill, right next to the bridge. I think I might just leave this here for you to rescue.
Jeez, you're that close?
Yeah, I'm right next to the bridge. Oh yeah, you see me on the map. I was just going to leave that there. Oh, and I forgot to turn the engine off. While that's happening, I'm gonna go get some slabs with my other vehicle. Alright, for certain we can finish this bridge. Now the question is, where in the world are there slabs? I don't think there are any on this other map. Oh, they have metal rolls there too? Awesome. Oh, and that's where the unlimited fuel is. It's on this map. Yeah, there's no slabs on this map. Oh, okay, so that's where you can get metal rolls from this place and then go to that rolled steel factory is how you make them. I had it backwards. I figured the rolled steel factory made rolled steel. I mean, that only seems logical, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to recover the garage, store my vehicle, and then come out of the other garage in Black Badger Lake. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, there's no jump to garage button anywhere. I wonder if they removed it completely or something. I feel like it's still on console. Alright, did I unlock anything for this truck? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, one of the weird things about this truck is there's only one tire that you can have. So it's like, well, hopefully that's a good enough tire for you, because there's nothing else.
You can't switch to like all-terrain or anything?
Nope, there's one okay all-terrain tire that you start with, and that's it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so there's concrete slabs here, as long as you can activate the generator. Is there anything else? Still looking for concrete. Okay, there's 2 concrete slabs at the warehouse, but then the creek bridge is out. Because I haven't built the creek bridge. Haven't built the factory's bridge. Okay, maybe I should focus on those bridges. Make it easier to finish this bridge. Alright, I'm gonna head to the warehouse. Sorry about that. I didn't realize there were so many bridges on this map that weren't even done when I told you to do that one mission.
It's okay. I found my way around the one of the big ones.
Well, I'm gonna start making my way down there. If I build this creek bridge, then we'll have a straight shot to just deliver the 2 concrete slabs and be done. First, I need to actually accept the mission so I know what it is. Might be wood. It kind of looks like wood. And there goes my tires. I'm driving way too fast on a road. My tires getting exploded by rocks. Yeah, this thing's fast. I can see why I like this truck. It's pretty good in every situation. What's funny to me is this game's called Snowrunner, but I tend to enjoy the snow levels less than the other levels.
Yeah.
There's not as much visual flair when it's just snow. Although, one of the maps has Aurora Borealis, and it's very pretty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
One of the Alaska ones?
It's
a Russia one.
Lake COVID has Aurora Borealis.
Oh.
So that's Russia. And it's, what is it called? Amur? I'm going to look it up. I always forget. Kola Peninsula. And it has Amandra and Lake COVID. Unfortunately named the lake.
That's what I was just thinking.
Decided for the game before COVID happened. But it's the name of an actual lake that exists in the world.
Somebody knew something.
Yeah, it is. And what was unfortunate about it is the DLC came out like right as the pandemic was hitting. It's like, yeah, we're not changing it. It's just the name of the lake. Sorry. It's Russian. Not spelled the same. Oh, I'm like, start tracking. Why did nothing show up? It's because I'm hiding the UI. Okay, so this needs 2 metal. Do I have 2 metal nearby? Does not look like it. I have to go all the way back to the corner. I mean, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make 2 trips back and forth, and then we'll have an easy shot to the bridge. Wait, what's over here that I can get? Wait, what? It's not showing up on my map. Okay, straight ahead. It said there's something behind me. What? That's bizarre. It's not showing up on my map, but it says there's something I can get. I have no idea what it's referring to. The railway station? Maybe?
Oh my goodness. I forgot I was winched to something and I was trying to drive past it.
Oof.
And it was just like turning my truck and I was like, what's going on? I was like, is my controller bugging out? Nope, I was just still winched to that pole.
Okay, there's 1 concrete slab in this building. Oh, you know what? I don't even need this bridge. I can just drive on the railroad to get to the railway bridge. So I'm going to do that because it's faster. We don't have to worry about this bridge for now. And then once that bridge is made, it will be easier to bring metal. But yeah, let me know when you reach the bridge so you can winch up my other truck.
I'm getting pretty close.
Okay. I'll just switch then to my Dan. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh no.
I did the thing where you load up a truck and it like bounced my truck up and down and I started falling down the mountain.
Ooh.
So now I'm like 10 feet lower than I was before, but oh well. Hey, the trees grew back. That's weird. I didn't know that happened. Now they're all pulled down again. Yeah, I'm very much stuck. You're gonna have to drive like halfway down this hill just to grab me now.
Worries.
Apparently I just sunk in the mud. But only partially, so some of my wheels aren't even touching the ground.
I hit a very deep mud patch.
Well, I'm switching back.
Yeah, I'm going very slow.
I looked at the map and I'm like, wait, okay, I thought you were like already there, but no. Alright, well I'm gonna go get a concrete slab. But yeah, this is a nice cozy map, and the generators are optional. It's not as bad as some people made it seem. It add a little bit of extra convenience as long as you can start them up, fuel them, and all that. Oh, there's a metal frame over there. That's also not on the map. That's odd. Yeah, that's really odd. I wonder if buildings that you dismantled are still here for me, and that's what's going on. Because it kind of looks like the buildings that I haven't dismantled yet are still there, even though I know
Really?
you've done one. So that's kind of odd.
Yeah, I dismantled the one at the gas station.
I'll have to check to see if it's still there. Or actually, I'm right by the gas station. Yeah, that would... I don't know. I'll figure it out. There's one east of the gas station, or over on the side. I don't know. One of the sides that's showing up for me, but it's not showing up on my map, just on my HUD as, hey, there's metal beams over there. So I might go check that out.
Okay. I'm here.
Okay. Let me stop the engine. Switch trucks.
Oof, I'm almost out of fuel.
Well, good news is I have some fuel you can steal, but you gotta come rescue me first.
Huh. I had a spare fuel.
Oh, okay. You're in
I'm
the...
gonna detach my trailer to...
Oh, yeah. Did you already deliver the stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just watching you on the map. You're like a little tinker toy driving. That's kind of cool. I don't know if they did that before. Like it's updating in real time.
I feel like they had that in
Mudrunner.
Mudrunner, but not in this.
In Mudrunner, it was like a much more basic looking toy. It was like a little gray box.
Oof. Should have backed down this hill. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like, we might both get stuck if you come too far down. Okay. If you can just give me a little bit of extra leverage. And yeah, it's probably good to back. Whoa.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, at least I can rescue you. Alright, hang on. I got you. Hey, that's helping. Using you as an anchor. So, I mean, it's kind of good that you're kind of stuck and not falling down the mountain right now, because I'm almost up past where I was. Okay, if I can just get up to this part, I should be fine. Okay, maybe not.
There's a huge rock right there.
Yeah. Did I... No, I detached by accident. Okay, I'm gonna pull the other side of you and then see what happens. Okay. B. And then press Y. Okay. Alright.
Maybe should I just recover?
No, this is helpful. And I'm sure I can flip you back over. The thing is I'm getting some pretty good leverage by having you be here, so it's better than nothing. Like I'm getting further along. Okay, now at this point is where I need to decide what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull from the back of my truck towards you. And that might right your truck as well. So we shall see. Okay. Okay. Not making much headway, but I'm also driving directly into your truck. Okay. I'll let that go.
I'm able to start my engine. Okay, no, that didn't help.
Yeah, good luck with that. There's a medium-sized tree over there. Oh, I might be able to reach something above. Oh, you winched onto me?
I'm just
I was about to winch on.
desperately trying to winch on this.
I can almost reach one of the big trees up there if I can just get like a couple more feet. Okay, I'm gonna keep pushing you. Okay, I don't want to, yeah. I'm trying to get underneath their sideboard bed so I can like push it up, but then my truck goes onto it. Okay, try to winch up high. No, never mind. You probably don't have enough winch range to get up there. If I hit the side or the back end of your sideboard. Now I'm just spinning you. Well, the good news is this is pushing some of the rocks out of the way by doing all this. Okay.
I feel like you're just falling backwards now.
Yeah. Yeah, your truck's like not even moving at all, even when I'm winched onto it. Okay. What if I try winching from my trailer? Haven't tried that yet. Hey, there we go. Break some physics here. Hey! Making progress. This is the highest point I've been. Yeah, this is what I like to call breaking physics, where I'm pushing and pulling you at the same time, and it's pushing us forward instead of being a net zero of movement. Oh. Alright.
Okay.
Let that go. Alright. We almost got this. I'm gonna try... Okay, I'm almost close enough to get the tree. And if I can get the tree, then that tree might hold out. Maybe not, but maybe I should let you get the tree before my truck instantly rips it down. But hey, I might be safe as soon as I need like one more foot. There we go. There we go. Okay, maybe not. Yes, that is a bush. Stop winching the bush. Okay, I'm gonna get that tree up there.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
if I go into first person,
that tree's
I'm
dead.
all glitched out. I can see my body.
Your hands are all probably glitched out. The hands on this guy just go everywhere like spaghetti. Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, I'm
Our
wearing
guy's the same
cargo
guy. They're
pants.
clones. Dun dun dun. Okay, I'm gonna do the thing that I was doing before that was working, which is winch the back end of my truck, or my trailer, to your truck. There we go. I made another foot of progress. Look at that. Okay.
Look at that.
Now I'm safe. Oh, I just don't get stuck on that rock. Okay. Like trying to push you over while I'm also doing this. It's like, nudge him. Alright, once I get up here, I can just pull you too. As I accidentally knock you over while trying to right you. Oh, don't go that way. Go that way. There we go. Alright, go ahead and winch on the back of me whenever you feel like it. There we go. I almost went the wrong way. It's like, okay, I need to turn right over here.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up a little bit, sorry.
No, my engine's stalled. I can't.
Oh.
Go on without me.
No, I got you.
Oh.
My winch still works.
No, I detached it, sorry.
Oh. I'm like, what happened? There we go. Oh yeah, I should just winch.
Oh, no. I detached it again, sorry.
Because you keep pressing the winch button or something.
Yeah. We're attached.
Yeah, I have
It's just
not
pulling
enough
you back.
leverage.
I can just recover.
Yeah, at this point you saved me, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
So
Go on ahead.
I will remember you.
Farewell, my friend.
Go into the great beyond. Also known as the garage. Alright, well, that worked. Let's see. Oh, I've only dropped 100 frames. That's less than 0.1%, so that's good. That means I don't have to upload this video separately again. Leave my computer on for an extra hour for it to upload. Okay, so the goal now is I have one concrete slab in my other vehicle, so we just need one more. I might be able to do both before you can get here, so might need to focus on a different task.
Okay.
I almost hit restart mission on accident.
Oh.
This is weird. It's not showing up. Hold for next action. That's why.
Yeah, I had to do that too.
I don't know why they default to showing it instead of building it, but whatever. Alright. So concrete slabs. Yeah, I should be able to do this pretty fast. We do need 2 metal to build the creek bridge, and then the factory bridge might also be metal. I'm not sure. They look like the same construction, so probably. So yay for more metal. Yeah.
Creek bridge is 2 metal beams. Should I do that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a nice... I like the way this map is laid out. There's a lot of junctures where there's buildings that you can get stuff from. Like, some of the other maps are like, oh, there's one place to go and it's all the way in the corner. And this one's a little more centralized.
Oh, dang. I just realized I left my trailer there.
Oh, right.
By that bridge.
Mistakes were made.
Oh, well. So you only need... Oh, no. I need 2. Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely slow going to drive this way around. But once we have the creek bridge, we can use that.
Let's see, where can I pick up from?
Yeah, this thing has a small gas tank. It only has 200 liters, but seems to do pretty
What
good
is it
work.
you're driving?
I'm driving the Pacific P512.
The new one that you recommended.
Yeah. It's a pretty good multi-role. It's one of the few trucks that has the magical combo where it's long enough that you can have sideboard plus crane plus trailer. Just like the Fleet Star. Okay, so the question is, which side of the bridge is easier to access? Because I have to climb a hill either way. I'm going to go right. Just because I can. Yeah. And then I might rescue some oil barrels, since they're just sitting there and I have a crane. Hey, there's a car. I remember watching someone play this game for the first time a few weeks ago, and they saw the car, and they're like, oh, how do I get in that? Like, can I unlock that? It's like, oh, like, buddy, sorry to tell you, this is a truck game. You can't steal the parked cars. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Kind of like American Truck Simulator is, they intentionally didn't put any cars in that you can drive, but that doesn't stop modders from making every car in the game drivable. I still need to check that out to see what the multiplayer is like. And if both people have to own DLC or whatever. I don't think they gave update or info on that in the release of multiplayer. So I'll have to look it up. Oh, this thing doesn't have all-wheel drive installed. I don't know if I just haven't found the upgrade. I mean, it has dualies, 2 axles of dualies in the back. And that's why I haven't noticed until just now. But it would be nice if the front tires did something. Wow, I am really stuck. I do have
Yeah, I'm
one
stuck
trick up my
real bad.
sleeve, which is unpacking my cargo, and that actually worked. Unpacking the cargo makes it several tons lighter. Now I can pack it again. Yeah, they I don't think it was in the last update, but in this update they you'll notice there's a indicator for what's in your cargo on the top left when you're in the menu. So
Really?
that's cool. It shows you how many slots you have and what they're full with.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of nice. I mean, it's kind of pointless if it's only your current truck, where that's very obvious. I guess you can see it on the map. It shows the cargo stuff, but I don't know. I feel like there's something we're missing as far as usability, or I don't know what to call it, like a good UI for cargo, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Other than the the tiny symbols that all look the same.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how in Japanese there's so many kanji that most people, like, it's kind of like in English, like if there's a very technical like medical word or something, most people don't know it. There's so many kanji like that where someone could be like, oh yeah, that's my name in kanji, and the person's like, I have no idea how to read that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I can guess at the pronunciation, but it's a out of the dark guess because I've never seen that kanji before.
Funny.
And it's like, living in Japan their whole life, they're fluent, but they see a kanji and it's like, I can't even pronounce that. Like, I have no idea. But there's plenty of obscure kanji. I was learning, I'm trying to remember which word it was, but there was a word I had learned, and there's like 5 different ways to spell it that are all considered okay. There's like 3 different kanji and hiragana and katakana versions, and in certain contexts all of those would be appropriate. And I'm like, really? You can kind of think of it as like synonyms. Oh no, I flipped. Wow, that was a very embarrassing flip, and now I'm falling off a cliff. Wait, I'm flipping back over. I might be able to save this. Oh no, I flipped again. No, yeah, there's no saving this now.
Oof. Just watched it on the stream.
Oof. Super dead. Well, I think I'm gonna... Well, I don't want to abandon that, so I have to have a crane. Alright, so I'm gonna get a concrete slab from railway. Yeah, I was almost there, too. I guess I'm just gonna follow the same path I used last time, yeah. Go to the railway station and grab another slab on my way out. And then come back and retrieve the other one. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, kanji. Yeah, it was...
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what word it was. But it's probably one of those things where it's like... There's definitely several words where I learned it in an app, and it's like, oh, by the way, this is also a word for that. It's like, wait, what? Are you gonna teach me the differences in usage? It's like, nope. Like, they're both just that word. Like, good luck figuring out when to use each one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man. And just like in English, like, I don't know, they're synonyms. Like, usage is hard. We're not gonna try to teach you that in a first course.
Yeah.
There's a lot of physical element stuff that is basic learning Japanese words, but like in different contexts they mean very different things because there's so much symbolism with the elements. It's like, yeah, I know kaze is wind, but there can be very different ways you put them together. Hey, it's the viewer from last time. What's up, Cyberbot? You can understand my confusion last stream that I thought you were a bot because you have bot in your name. Interesting way of doing things.
My first thought.
Yeah, we're just in Wisconsin doing some co-op on PC this time. Oh yeah, you got the Tatra trucks? Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty sweet. I was using the other one after the stream, and I don't know if you missed it, but 3 of my trucks got deleted from the save file corruption. I showcased it on stream. I'm like, at the end of the stream, I'm going to quit the game and open it back up. I opened it back up, and 3 of my trucks are deleted. And then I opened it again later, and it corrupted even worse to where a garage I had unlocked got unlocked, and or relocked, I guess. And like all of the watchtowers I'd gotten got relocked, so that was pretty sad. I've never had a corruption that bad where it undid all of my other progress and like tasks and stuff. But I'm learning still that how the saving works in this game. So in case anyone's curious, very clearly the game has like a safe save as like a backup. And if anything gets corrupted, it pulls the pieces out of the safe save to put into the current save. And so what happens is, if where my current truck position or state is corrupted, or anything about my truck at all, it'll pull everything it knew from the old save to replace it in the new save. So what ends up happening is, if you put something in a garage and it knows it's there, but it still thinks the truck is corrupted, it'll keep your truck in your garage and then put one out on the map where the safety save was. So you duplicate a truck. But the opposite's also true, where if it thinks it was something that was stored, but is no longer in storage, but you left your truck out on the map, then it'll revert the state, but then not update the garage. And so it deletes your truck. Same thing with like if you didn't have the truck back in the safety save because you hadn't bought it yet. That happened to me where I bought a Tatra, one of the new trucks, and I left it out on the map and it reverted to before I had bought it. Therefore, it doesn't exist. So pretty sad. The Zigzy 605R. Yeah, that's I don't remember which one that is. But it's a Russian truck. Do you have to be a high level? Is that why you're saying you're trying to get it? Because I feel like that's one that's easily bought, but maybe I'm wrong. Wow, that was cool. I don't know. I guess, Zach, sometimes you have the stream up, but I pulled on a tree, and it, like, the physics of it flying into my truck was really cool. It, like, went flying when it broke.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh, yeah, you're level 22. Yeah, I was just noticing on this save, I'm level 21, so I can't even buy one of my favorite trucks. I'm like, oh, yeah. Level requirements are a thing in this game. Wow, I really suck. That non-all-wheel drive is really killing me. Oh, no. Oh, I flipped. I'm dead. I might just rescue this with my other truck. The problem is, I don't have a crane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two trucks together. Their combined power. Hopefully I have enough fuel. Yeah, we're gonna do this the dangerous way, where I'm just gonna drive off a cliff. Might as well try. So, Zach, how's your contract going?
I don't know. I thought that using the Fleet Star would be quicker than using the Bandit, because I was able to go recover the Bandit so quickly with the Fleet Star. But with the trailer, I'm just
stuck in the mud.
struggling. Oh man.
Oh, there's a lot of rocks over here. Alright. Well, Dan is on the way to save myself. Let's see where you are. Oh, you're way on the opposite side of the map. Never mind. I was gonna offer to help you out.
I mean, I think I'm good.
Yeah, just slow.
Very slow.
I was trying to think. What was coming up in the news? Metroid Dread. I watched the newest trailer, and it looks like they improved the game graphics since the announcement trailer. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, that was something I was worried about. I did pre-order it even with the first trailer, but I'm like, I don't know. It looks kind of like sloppy.
Yeah, I did notice it looked a lot like the graphics from the 3DS.
Exactly, and I'm like, it kind of looks like it was still in development for the 3DS, and they hadn't upgraded to Switch graphics yet, which made a lot of sense. Yeah. That was probably the plan, is they immediately started the sequel development based on the same engine, and then they're like, we'll just save the visual upgrades for Switch until everything else is figured out. And they cleaned up the visual style a lot. It's one of those things I appreciate in game development. You could see that they were like, oh, this looks kind of bad. Let's use feedback to make it look better. And then they did. Imagine that. Developers actually making things better.
Yeah, weird.
But, yeah, so a lot of it, like, my complaints was a lot of the lighting, and it just it felt like a cheap Unreal Engine game where an inexperienced developer wouldn't know how to make lighting look not plasticky and bad. And it had that problem where Samus would flash like white very often, and it just looked terrible because it would highlight the geometry and awkward shadows and stuff. But they fixed it up to be a little more stylized, to be like certain attacks and abilities will flash certain colors and stuff and have particle effects, and it just looks a lot better.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I have it pre-ordered. I was thinking about it. I'm like, what games do I want to buy physically? And I'm like, well, I bought Metroid Fusion, the previous game in the series, for and I bought the 3DS game.
Yeah.
It's like, I might as well buy this one physically too. Same with Zelda. I was lamenting that the Link's Awakening Remastered is the only Zelda game I own that I don't have a physical copy of. Other than Zelda 2, which I have on the NES Classic. So that's digital. But everything else, I have a physical copy. And I could always buy Zelda 2 for GBA, so that I can still play it.
Yeah.
Which I might do at some point, just to finish my collection. But yeah, Skyward Sword HD. Did you ever finish that?
I haven't finished it yet.
It's really good.
Last I played it, I was on the... I think I just finished the Temple of Time.
I'm like thinking, I that doesn't clarify for me.
Oh no, I know.
I remember what you said. You said you had done you were going and doing the trials, and you were on the forest.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
So you're in the forest trial, or maybe you have finished it.
I think I just finished the forest trial.
And that one was kind of tough, if I remember. The temple itself, you go back to the same dungeon, but with new mechanics.
Yeah.
And then the final boss of that one is the hardest boss in the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, well, I thought you already did.
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, no, I died on him a few times, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I watched a speedrunner do it after I beat the game, and I was like, oh, there's things you can do to make this much easier.
Really?
Yeah, and I haven't seen anyone do it except the speedrunner. I'm like, it feels like hidden knowledge, even though it's a game mechanic the devs put in.
Yeah.
It's one of those things in Zelda, like End of Link's Awakening, you can use the boomerang on the final boss, one of the phases, to instantly defeat that phase.
Really?
It's like, you're using all these other weapons and stuff. Like, no, just hit it once with the boomerang and it's dead. It's a little secret. It's like, yeah, the boomerang's an optional item that you have to do a trading sequence for. So it's like, you did all that work. Let's make an enemy that's actually weak to it.
Yeah.
So that was nice. My truck is still flipped. I've been like dragging it for so long, and it's still on its side.
Oh man, I wish I was streaming. A board just like flew out from a house near me and just like helicoptered over my truck.
Nice. Yeah,
just like flew by me.
In this universe, exploding fences is one of the hazards.
Oh man,
I don't know if they're ever gonna fix that. It's like, it's a set geometry, but it happens every time. Like, surely you can just wiggle their placement a little bit so they don't do that.
Yeah.
Can't be that hard to fix, but it's probably just a low priority. Oh my gosh. I just hit detach after attaching.
Oh.
I keep pressing. I'm like, oh yeah, what's the button to back out of the menu? Detach. It's like, oh wait. That's not.
Switch controls.
Yeah. Well, that time, detach is RB, and I don't know. I'm like trying to build the new muscle memory. It's like, what's the button I'm forgetting? Like, oh wait, I didn't want to detach right now. Still on its side. It's like it wants to live that way forever. Might just be easier to recover at this point. Yeah, so maybe not the best truck if it flips sometimes like this. Get an unflippable truck instead. Come on. Okay, now it's enough on its side that I can grab the side of it and maybe flip it back over. Alright. It's like I can't see what's happening. It's so dark at night, and all my lights face forward, not backward. So I'm like, is it flipped yet? Almost got it. It just isn't quite there. One of the problems is on my Xbox controller. One of the only complaints I have about it is the bumper, or the trigger, not the trigger, the bumpers are not the best buttons, and they sometimes don't register.
Yeah.
It's a shame that I don't have like a controller that's like, oh, this is the perfect controller, it works for everything. Like, every controller has issues.
I have one of my Xbox controllers. I was using it for a long time, and then the left bumper stopped like working very well.
Yeah.
So when I would hold it down, it would register it as like 2 taps instead of holding it down. And
I saved my truck.
I don't know if you've ever played Borderlands.
Yeah.
But when you or even when I would touch the left bumper, it would just register as 2 taps. And when you're in the vehicles, the left bumper is how you use your boost, but it's like you tap it once to turn on the boost and then tap it again to turn it off.
Oh.
And so I would go to turn it on and go for like half a second.
I remember that, yeah. Oof. Hey, something else they changed apparently in this patch. I winched onto my other truck, and there's no option to turn the engine on or off. It's just on now.
Oh.
I think I remember seeing someone say that. I think they were upset that the button fiasco of it being the same button as everything else, that they decided just to remove the feature that they had added, probably until they figure something better out. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's left. They changed it to left, and so I just showed up at the cargo loading. It's like, do you want to turn off the engine? Oh, okay. Maybe I do. Right now I'm dragging my truck around just in case I need it to recover myself again. What world is this path? Who designed this? Alright, well I'm leaving this truck here. I can't fit it through here. Farewell, Dan. You served your purpose well. Fun fact, if you crash into the parked cars, they move. That was something I was noticing in this patch, is some of the burnt out cars you can push now too. I think they've been rolling that out since the last patch, because in Zimnogorsk there's a burnt out car right in front of the garage, and I noticed that instead of getting stuck on it completely with a wide turning truck, I just push it out of the way now. So that's nice. It's like, hey, nice little tiny things that they don't even list in patch notes that they did. Okay, so this is Concrete Slab Mission Part 2. Hopefully I don't get flipped over again. Right now I'm at the crashed train section. And I'm stuck. Like, I touch the swamp with my front tires and then the truck just stops. I'm like, nope, just kidding. No, don't flip. It flipped. Yeah, that was fast. Well, time to get the Dan. Almost out of fuel. I should have enough fuel to at least get over there. Oh, I should have just brought a trailer with my Dan. Just do all this myself. The Dan on low fuel sounds very strange. It's like dying. Alright, all I have to do is get just close enough. Yeah, so everybody's mentioning this part's the hard part that he's gonna suffer on, but I don't know. Like, this honestly isn't that bad. I just picked a bad truck that flips easily. The game really isn't that bad. Why do I have repair? This thing has repair parts? That's odd. I didn't know my Dan had repair. Oh, I know why. It's because I have a spare tire. Alright, well this time, please do not flip, truck. You're someone. Oh. Delivering beams to a tunnel. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Activate anchors. Maybe I should just activate my anchors at all times. You ever do that, Zach?
No.
You're just like, I'm so
Just to
afraid of
keep yourself
flipping.
from flipping.
Yeah, it's like, I just need a little bit more stability. This will definitely end poorly with my current configuration. I'm like, I forgot neutral is something you can put your car in this. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Like, when is there a case for that? And even with the things out, I flipped. boy. I'm gonna have to pull this back. Come at this at a different angle. Okay. Now I'm safe. And I can lift the cargo back up. I might even do a double delivery. You ever do those? Where you just pack a bunch of junk on top of the other junk?
No.
It'll save me a trip. I never can do it very good. Like, I see people online and they make it look easy, but it's actually a lot harder with the tiny crane to pack. I have a feeling people that post screenshots just cheat. Or, you know, they use like a giant crane off screen to pack, because using the small crane to pack stuff on top gets very difficult after the second layer. I think I get what you're saying, Cyberbot, that yeah, trucks get heavy from all the stuff they have to carry, but it's convenient to go a particular way or get them from a certain part. But then you can't get through, and it's like, well, do you want to go the long way that's safe, or the short way that takes forever? They both take forever. It's kind of the ultimate question of this game.
Yeah.
Do you want the difficult short way that'll take forever, or the long way that's easy that takes forever? They both take forever. And you flipped. Oh. Yeah, going like downhill with a bunch of cargo can be scary. Especially if you're on like ice. I was noticing that the other days. Even if you have snow chains, if you're going downhill with a big load, like, you're gonna start losing control. And it can be kind of fun. There's a mission in Alaska where you get the cat, the big heavy caterpillar one, and you have to take it down to the sawmill. And going down that hill that's icy, I thought I had control until it started going faster than me and passing me. I'm like, excuse me, I'm trying to tow you. And so it started like pulling me forward and like tipping me over because the winch was still attached. So that's a danger you gotta deal with in this game. Getting killed by your... Oh, that scared me. I was like, what happened? I'm like... I thought for sure... Like, I was about to check my map when that happened. I'm like, what happened?
I'm just building bridges.
What in the world is going on? Like, my back tires aren't moving at all. Like, what? Yeah, my all-wheel drive is always on. Why weren't my back tires moving when I was in reverse? Is a reverse gear for this truck only front tires? Like, what? Doesn't make any sense. There's gotta be a bug with that or something. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm in the Dan, and I tried reversing while I'm winched onto the other truck, and, like, I could not reverse. Only the front tires were spinning. And I could drive forward just fine, like I wasn't stuck or anything. So, I don't know what that was about. Back tire did not want to turn. I love how this is what I've resorted to, is I just did a convoy where I'm just dragging the other truck with the concrete. It's just like, look, you can't be trusted to drive on your own. Big Papa truck is just going to pull you all the way to the site. Flipped like 3 times, and it's about to flip a 4th time. But I don't even care anymore. I'm still dragging it up this hill because I just needed to be up the hill. Yeah, no, I'm liking this truck less and less the more I drive on uneven terrain. That's its weakness. And who knows, maybe if I didn't have the crane attached, it wouldn't be as top heavy or something, but definitely not handling this very well. Well, do you have a crane on your truck?
No.
Okay, well, maybe check out what that other bridge needs, because I haven't accepted that.
I wouldn't accepted it.
Is it
It,
more metal?
I think it's more metal.
All right, cool. Well, have fun with that.
Yeah, it's 6 metal beams.
I'm
No,
just
holy cow.
trying to flip my truck back over. Yet again. You say 6 metal beams?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. It's a tiny bridge. It's the same size as the other one.
yeah. I don't know what the
Well,
big deal is.
it may be time for you to figure out how to do the metal rolls.
What's that?
Or actually, there might be unlimited metal in the one by the garage. You just need the generator to be running or something. Oh. Oh, the person asked a question I just now noticed. Cargo under the bridge. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Depends on which bridge you're talking about. If you're in this map, probably not. Because this map, I can think of being under bridges was not ever a good idea. And I've done it. There's a different map. One of the icy maps, like driving in the river to get around unbuilt bridges is like one of the only ways to do it. So I think it's like Amir has so many bridges you have to build, and you just have to end up driving on the ice a bunch and hoping you don't fall into the river. Wow, this is ridiculous. Maybe it's because I'm low on fuel. I don't have as much power. This truck just does not want to flip over. Well, I mean, it wants to flip over one way, but not the other way. There. Oh, that was my problem. I was trying to pull it uphill, so I just pushed it downhill. Aw, and it flipped one complete flip, so now it's back on. It's like, oh, I got it, and then it flipped over again. It's like, oh. Almost had it. What is going on? I'm like completely stuck on this rock. I don't know why. There we go. Oh, that rock was what I was stuck on. Giant rock under my truck. Almost out of fuel. This is bad that way. Oh, okay, yeah, so he mentioned he's on an ice level. Yep. Yeah, so some of the ice levels, that's what you gotta do. Gotta go around the bridges and drive around them to get the materials. It's really hard too. Like, I remember I spent a couple sessions in Amur and I barely accomplished anything because I had to recover like 10 times. So that's not going to be fun when I'm in hard mode. So I'm saving it for later. It's nice though having a cushion of money in hard mode, because then it pretty much just plays like normal. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to recover, because this truck is out of fuel and on its side. You know what? I'm not even going to use this truck. This truck sucks. I'm going to use a better truck to hopefully finish this out. I just need something that has a what do you call it? Crane. Whoa. What? This thing is weird. So I'm in the ooh, this can have the flatbed. The towing flatbed. Okay. This truck has a long sideboard trailer, and it might be one of the only trucks that has it. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but if you get around my truck, you can see it. It's 3 slots long, and it's very long. It looks bizarre.
Oh.
I forgot I bought this. But yeah, this is the super wacky 5-axle 5600 Paystar 5600.
Hmm.
which is a
I
good truck.
have the Paystar. Is there more than one Paystar?
Yeah, I always
Okay.
forget. There's what is this one called? This is 600 TS. There's a different one that's like a starter truck. I think it's the very first truck you get before the Fleet Star. Yeah, it's one of those first two trucks. It's like the bad Paystar. It's not really worth it. And this one's weird because it has so many axles, it's easy to get caught on stuff, but it's also fast and has a lot of power. So you just gotta not get caught. One of the problems is having this massive sideboard bed makes it so you can't have a trailer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd rather have a 2-slot in a trailer than this massive, weird 3-slot. Like, rarely is 3 slots the amount of slots you want.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few missions where it's like, get 1 metal beam and 1 concrete block. Or wood plank or whatever. Or, you know, we want 2 wood planks and 2 metal beams. It's like, well, that's 2 trips now instead of 3. So, it's good for that. Oh yeah, this doesn't have all-wheel drive, by the way, so only my back 3 axles do anything, which is a problem. So that's another reason. It's a lot like the one I was just driving, in that it has a lot of the same problems. So hopefully I don't get too stuck. There we go. Like, I already got stuck on a rock because it's like the front tires just get a rock wedged between them. It's like, well, those tires aren't turning, so good luck. I guess it does have the classic differential lock on low gear, but not having all-wheel drive, this thing would be amazing with all-wheel drive. Which is probably why they don't have it.
Yeah. Can't make it that easy.
Or like, there is one truck I remember that is really amazing, but it feels like they nerfed it by putting an undriven axle of tires in the middle. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, they're higher than the ground, but they hit the ground if you're in like low terrain like mud. But it's like, why? Like, that doesn't help anything. It just makes it harder to drive once they hit the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand the design decision of extra tires that are like 3 inches above the ground. But yeah, so basically anytime you hit mud, it just gets stuck completely because now you have the entire surface area under your truck stuck in the ground. It's like, oh, if they just got rid of those tires, it would run a lot better. Alright, well, once I finish this mission, I think we can wrap up. It's been a while.
Okay. Ooh, I am being risky, and I'm scaring myself. Ooh. No, 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 no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh. My metal beams got unpacked, but...
Oh, okay.
Oh, but they stayed in the trailer. I was so lucky. Ooh.
I wonder what I'm winched onto. Like, I don't see anything visually. Like, winched onto the ground. Maybe there's a tree down there. But, yeah. I winched onto the bottom of a riverbed. It's like, okay.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. You want to help me? I'm, like, stuck. I'm, like, winching onto anything I can, and it's...
I don't know.
Yeah. Here, I'll winch onto you in a second, and then you just back up. Alright. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, this truck kind of sucks. All right, see ya.
All right, bye.
Oh yeah, I'm like, why am I going so slow? Because I'm still in low gear. Yeah, some of the new trucks have cool drivetrains that make them just better, but I haven't unlocked them yet. I can't remember what it's called. It's like balanced or improved drivetrain. And it's just like better fuel efficiency and power and speed. Like, oh, okay. It's just a straight upgrade. Alright, try not to destroy my tires. Driving on the railroad. And I'm already going slow. Front tire's like, nah, we don't want to move through this. I almost feel like this truck would work better with thinner tires, just because the front tires are so bulky when they're mud tires.
Yeah.
Like, they have so much surface area, having them be not powered is just a hindrance. Alright. I mean, this truck still is faster and better than the one I was using. So that's a plus. A straight improvement. Uh-oh. Immediately onto the rocks. I might have to get my other truck to save this. Oh, and it's like 20 feet away, so that works out well. Alright, what is going on? Let's go into reverse. It's like, I feel like I'm not stuck on anything, but I'm very much stuck. There. It's like one rock. What other gaming news was there? I was gonna remind you that Advance Wars 1+2 is coming to Switch, and it looks really good as a remaster.
Oh. When is that?
I keep calling it that because that's what Tony Hawk called it, with the plus sign, but maybe it's 1 and 2, I don't know. But it comes out in December.
Oh, okay.
And I think they've already improved the graphics a bit. It was the same kind of thing as Metroid Dread, where the announcement was total surprise, and the only thing people could criticize really was that the graphics weren't quite right. I actually kind of like the 3D graphics that they did, because they do like a 2D style with 3D models and cell shading, and it's much more animated than, you know, a couple like slideshows of expressions of the characters. So the characters look good. One of the problems though is people are mad about, or think it doesn't look good for the units, and that's something I agree on. Is for a strategy game, you want the units to be very clean and clear for what they look like, but they made them 3D, and the 3D units just aren't quite there on looking right on the map.
Yeah.
So that's something I think they can improve on, so that it doesn't look as bad. I keep thinking of the nightmare that is, as an example of what not to do in real-time strategy, or turn-based strategy, is Full Metal. No, what is it called? Something Metal. I almost called it Full Metal Padding. That's not what it's called. It's Tiny Metal. Have you ever heard of that game?
No.
So it's a strategy game, but it is game development 101 for what not to do with your graphics. Because they prove that they're capable of like pixel graphics like Advance Wars, but I guess they wanted it to be different, and so they did 3D models, but the 3D models are so muddled and indistinguishable in so many ways, and playing on Switch, the animations are so blurry that everything is just a blur. Everything looks terrible. And so, like, in the second game, I own both games, they even prove how good they are at doing pixel art by having, like, in the menus and stuff, and, like, the buy menu, they show the pixel versions of the units, and they look very clean and distinct. And it's almost as if the artist was like, I made these beautiful things, and you're not going to use them in the game? It's like, fine, I'm just going to put them in the menu, and you can't stop me. And so they prove that they can make very good-looking units, but then the 3D units that are actually on the map look like garbage. And, like, you know, all the infantry units look the same when you're looking at the map. Like, it's really hard to tell what's a sniper and what's infantry or whatever. Same with the tanks, is like the tanks all look the same. And so it's something they could have easily fixed by just making it 2D, but they didn't want to.
That's frustrating.
Another thing that isn't quite their fault, but is a design issue, is the game's 3D on the map, and so it has camera movements. You know, you can move the camera around from any angle, but it's really hard to get an angle that you can actually see the units because they're 3D. If you look from above, you see the tops of their heads, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, that doesn't work. So yeah, there's just a lot of challenges that they set up for themselves that they could have avoided. And it ends up being kind of a mediocre game. Like, the actual strategy works really well. I could see Advance Wars ripping them off and, like, doing the same thing they did with just a better art style. They also do the superpower abilities, which most strategy games don't. That's an Advance Wars thing. So, like, you build up a power meter and then can do a special ability.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm probably going to make a video on the Wars series, all the Advance Wars and all the other games in the Wars series. But the thing that makes Advance Wars unique compared to all the other ones is the fact that you have a unique commander with abilities, strengths and weaknesses, and also you have superpowers to do, like, a special ability. And that's something Advance Wars kind of invented for strategy games, and it's something that makes it a cherished franchise. There's a reason why that's internationally acclaimed and why Game Boy Wars was only ever released in Japan and it wasn't that popular. It was semi-popular because Game Boy Wars doesn't have that.
Yeah.
And Famicom Wars doesn't have that. Famicom Wars is interesting. I think I told you about it before, right?
I think you might have.
Like, the original game for Famicom was, like, pretty rough, I will call it. Ran really slow, and the graphics were all flickery because it's NES. But what was interesting, the most interesting thing about it is that even though it wasn't super popular, they made the first Fire Emblem game built on the same engine. And so all the graphics and all of the way the strategy and turn-based stuff works, it's just built in the same game, essentially. So it's a cool thing that people don't realize is that the War series came before Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem directly was ripped off, like, let's do an RPG with this same system. And they're like, oh, now it's popular. Let's do that. And thankfully, they still made other Wars games. Like, well, what if we make it about military again? Like, okay, let's do that. Like, sometimes it feels good to play a strategy game where you can just throw units away.
Yeah.
Where you don't care if they die. Like, that sounds horrible, but in war, you can't be like, oh no, that's Marth, and he's gonna marry my other character, and there's a love triangle, and blah blah blah. It's like, no, it's just a dude that has to fight. Nameless soldier. But
you heartless politician.
Yeah. I wonder. They most of the time there's not a lot of lore in the war series for, like, why the war exists, other than there's diametrically opposed shape-based countries like Orange Star and Funny enough, by the way, something in the Japanese games, the orange is actually supposed to be Russia, So it's like hammer and sickle, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, and like I'm trying to remember. There's coded like Russia, and they changed the symbols in the American versions. So I just think that's funny.
Hmm.
All right, where is that one I dropped? Oh, it's behind me. So I finally pulled this thing up the hill. But I gotta grab my other concrete slab, and I can finally turn this in. The worst is behind me. Hey, good for you, Cyberbot. Just gotta think, like, almost done with the tedious part. And then you get more tedious parts, because that's the game.
The whole game is just tedium.
Yeah. It's like, if you don't enjoy trucking and delivering stuff, then why are you playing? But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta get it done. And like I said, well, I haven't said it today, but I've beaten the core vanilla game 3 times now. So clearly there's something fun about this game for me to replay it over and over.
Yeah.
And I was estimating I have about 400 hours in this game across all platforms, which is the most of any game I can think of. It's funny, thinking back to my childhood, I think I overestimate how many hours I spent actually playing, because the memories are strong enough, you know?
Yeah.
Because I remember, I'm like, oh yeah, one summer, I spent the whole summer playing one scenario in a strategy game. And I played, it was the funniest thing, because the game is a medieval strategy, and I started in the year, like, 1268 or something, and I literally made it to the 21st century because the war was going for so long. It's like, yeah, that would happen if in medieval times war was so constant that no one developed any technology. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
But what happened was it was a stalemate, and I kept trying to get out of it. In that game, it was Lords of the Realm 2 by Sierra, and in the game, I was on a map that was every county was equally sized. It was called Rubik's World, as in like a Rubik's Cube, so there's 9 little slots. And the problem was, early on, I was like, oh, I have a slash and burn tactic that works really well. And that is take over their country, and by the time they come take it back, I like burn all their fields, steal all their food, and then one trick I learned is if you start building the most expensive castle, the AI has the sunken cost fallacy, where they go, oh, you already spent $20 building this castle, I'm going to keep constructing it until it's done. And so you can bankrupt your enemies by starting the most expensive castle, and then when they retake it, they're going to sink all of their costs automatically into it. So it's a little trick to like try to bankrupt them so you can finish them off. The problem is, I kept doing that, but I didn't finish them off. So eventually they finished the castles. So every single part of the map had maximum castle, including my places, and every single, so there was it started where there was people at all 4 corners, but I eliminated one of them. So it was me in one corner. I had 3 of the 9, and then the other 2 had the other 6. And the problem was they were both perpetually at war with me, and like would not give up. So it was 6 versus 3, and I was basically on the defensive the whole time. They were sending max size armies every single turn from every one of their provinces to siege me. The funny thing is, I got so efficient in my defenses that their max size army would not even kill like a single guy, and I would take them out. Because I had like a garrison of 1,000 archers or something, and so by the time they got up to the front door, I already killed like 2/3 of their guys. So that happened every time, but the problem is I had to make my own army so I could go attack them, and they would just intercept me with their armies. So I kept trying, and I like to say that I spent the whole summer doing it, but really, you know, I probably spent like 20 hours on it. That's like, spread out over the summer, it seemed like a long time. But I did a lot of other things that summer too. Okay, I almost have this complete. I'm like dragging this up the hill with the Dan,
Oh, jeez, I took that corner too hard. Flipped my trailer. It's fine, it didn't have anything.
Oh, that's
Just
weird.
gonna take it back and sell it.
Oh, this is so weird. I turned off the engine by accident of the other truck. Okay, and it just takes. It was really hard to tell because I can't hear the audio of the other truck when it turned back on it. So I just kept pressing the button, like, is it gonna turn on yet? Is it gonna turn on? Eventually it did. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Whew, finally made it. Finally have a rail bridge in just a moment. Moral of the story is have a truck that can carry stuff that's also capable of not flipping. Okay. I'm going to be very upset if this deletes the one that's floating. Okay, no it didn't. I was curious, so just so you know, if you stack things and then use one to complete something, the other one just it disappears and the other one just falls into place, so it's fine. I was worried that it would like delete the floating one. Okay, well, that's done. You might want to sell your trailer back so you don't lose all that money. I can come drag it towards you. Where are you? Oh, you're
well, I've got 2 trailers, so I'm taking one of them back.
Got it. Okay, well, I'll grab the other one and bring it back. Oh. I have to go this way because the bridge you're working on isn't done. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine.
And
I don't blame you. It's like
4 more metal beams.
It's like six metal beams. That can't be that hard. As you have to go.
It's just a teeny little bridge.
Yeah. It's like this one only used 2. Like, what's so special about your bridge? I just realized I'm like almost completely out of fuel, but we'll see how far I get. I have a couple minutes worth of fuel. But hey, we didn't have any disconnects in this game. It's almost like this game is actually stable. Imagine that. Unlike some other game which will be unnamed. I was trying to think what other games I was going to mention to you that we should play. There was something I was like, oh yeah, Zach would love that. What game was it? There's a game coming out. I don't remember. It was something. I think I told you I got Monster Train. That game's really fun.
I've seen that game. What is it? Exactly?
So have you played Slay the Spire?
No, but I've also seen that one.
Well, it's like that. It's if I would write a review for it right now, I'd say it's the best in its subgenre, which is the games like Slay the Spire, which is a roguelite deck builder. So the idea is you build a deck of cards. You start with some base cards, and the way the combat and everything works is you have different stages. So in Slay the Spire, it's much simpler how it's laid out, where you can see all of the possibilities and you pick a path and you go that way, and you have to fight every battle or encounter that you do. There's random events that affect your deck or hurt you or whatever. Let's see. Sorry, I just have to figure out how to get back. I guess I'm driving on the beach. So in Slay the Spire, it's like literally just a tree, like a branching path diagram, and you go on the branch, whichever branch. And then at the end of each level, when you get to the top, you have to fight a boss. And you fight 3 bosses and you beat the game. But the bosses are randomized. You can see what they are ahead of time, but they're randomized. Same thing in Monster Train. Differences, though, are that you can see the entire layout of every level ahead of time, like as soon as you start a run. Also, the way you split paths is that you have a designated battle, and then after the battle, if you win, you have 2 possible paths every time. And one path will have a set of rewards, and the other path will have a different set of rewards. So it's actually really nice. So Slay the Spire would have some things like a lot of question marks on the map. That could be almost anything. They could be a regular battle. They could be an elite battle. They could be a random event. They could be a shop. They could be anything. In this game, it doesn't have that. It's everything on both paths is good. So it feels a lot better playing the game. It feels less unfair because you can see everything ahead of time. You can make any plan you want, and then when you get to your rewards, all of them are good things. So it's not like nothing like it's not like Monopoly. It's like you lose $200, and it's like no, it's all positive things. So that's nice. It just feels a lot better when that's the case. So there is a random event like spot that you can get as a reward that you can choose, and all of the things are pretty good. Like one of them is like duplicate a card like once or 5 times. Like man, you can really make a broken deck with that, duplicating your best card 5 times.
Yeah.
There's one where there's several where you craft your own card out of possible things, and you always have the option to just skip it. Like with every decision, it's like, or you can just skip it, nothing bad happens. So there's a lot of options. One of them is a pretty standard in games like this, like Slay the Spire. It's like pay some of the life that you have as a cost, and you have like a 5% chance of getting an artifact. And then if you don't get it, then the chance goes up, and you have to pay more life. And you just keep doing that until you get it, you know? So it's a risk-reward, but you can just skip it if you want. Anyway, the whole idea, though, with deck building is that's where a lot of the fun comes in, is you start with some base cards. Oh, no, I flipped. Your trailer's over here. Let's see, I can't ping you, but you can see where my truck is. That's where your trailer is. I'm going to have to recover, so if you want to get this trailer, you're going to have to come down here.
Okay.
So the core gameplay is you start with a certain set of cards. In Slay the Spire, there's different classes, and you get a starting deck, essentially, for each class, and they work differently. And then every time you win a battle, you get to pick among 3 cards one card you want to keep. And it works the same in Monster Train. Every time you win a battle, you get 3 cards you pick from, except the twist is, in Monster Train, every time you do, like, have a starter deck or whatever, you pick among 2 possible races, which are kind of like classes. Yeah. So you're actually mixing 2 different strategies every time you play. So you can't have like one pure strategy. You have to mix among 2 different ones. And every time you win a battle, you get 2 packs of cards, one for each like clan or whatever it is. And they have their separate strategies, so you can kind of lean into how they're synergistic between different clans in different ways. And one of them is like your primary clan, the other one's like secondary, and that affects who your like hero unit is. Your hero unit is a card that always starts in your opening hand every battle. And you only have one of, and you can't duplicate it. But every like 3 battles, you get to upgrade your hero card. And you know, you get like 2 options, and you can go 2 different upgrade paths. So you can do, you know, use that to make it like an overpowered card that works well with your strategy. So yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And the way the battles work in Slay the Spire, the way it worked was you can see what your enemies are going to do that turn, like how they're going to attack or whatever. And then you can plan out what cards you're going to use to try to kill them during that turn. But if you don't, then they get to go and they get to attack you. So it's the same in Monster Train, except more complicated. Where Monster Train has 3 levels, instead of just like a normal RPG battle, there's 3 levels and then your train heart. If every turn, the enemies on the bottom level go up a level, and then new enemies spawn on the bottom level. So if they make it to the top where your heart is, they start attacking your heart, and if it dies, you lose. Okay. So you fill your side of each of the 3 levels with your guys, and then they fight back and forth in one round of combat, and then their guys go up, and your guys stay there. So a lot of it is strategy around like some cards push enemies to go lower in the dungeon, to the bottom of the train, so that you can fight them some more before they get there. There's a lot of stuff around like dazing them so they don't attack. And one more important thing. At the end of every battle, for the final round, the boss shows up. And the way the boss works is that they'll keep fighting the bottom floor until it kills all your units. And then it moves up a floor. It freezes that floor so no one can go there, and then moves up a floor. And it fights until everyone's dead, and then it moves up a floor. So it's like very dangerous. You want to kill that before it gets to your heart. But yeah, and that's the game. So I don't know. It's a fun game. All about picking the right cards and upgrading the right cards.
Yeah.
A lot of fun strategies. I think in the one on Switch, it has one DLC with it that comes with it, and so there's 6 clans or something. But anyway, I should stream it at some point. I haven't yet. Now that I understand how to play. And there's one more thing. In Slay the Spire, if you beat the game with every class, you unlock harder difficulty modes, and then you get the true ending by beating it on hard mode. In Monster Train, you unlock harder difficulty modes, but there's even more granularity to the difficulty. So if you beat the game once with anybody, then you unlock harder mode 1, level 1 of whatever they call it, difficulty. And what that does is it adds one, every difficulty that gets added does one additional difficult thing. So I think the first one is you start the game with a couple extra random cards in your deck. And so that makes it harder to be consistent if you have random stuff that might not be good. And then this level 2 is, in addition to that, now you have a card that is unplayable in your deck. So it makes it harder to make synergy because you can't get rid of it and you can't play it. So it's just a dead card. And then level 3 is all the enemies get harder. Level 4 is all the bosses get harder. It just gets harder and harder and harder for each level that you beat the game. So I'm at level 5 out of 25. So I don't know if I'll ever make it to 25 because it's already gotten pretty difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite games of the year. I waited a long time because I'm I know it's coming to Switch eventually. I'm not going to buy it on PC.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my other Paystar is the 5070, and I like it way better than the 5600 that just got stuck. Yeah, Paystar 5070. This thing's a workhorse. Oh, you know what I should do right now while you're getting your trailer? Is I should buy a truck and deck it out. Because I was planning to do that. Yeah, HX 520 is one of my favorites now, so I'm going to buy one of those. Actually, I think I already have one, but oh well. Yeah, I do. Well, now I have 2. Doesn't hurt, I'm super rich. I think this one's going to be chained. Yeah, because there's off-road and chain tires, and the chain tires are really good. Oh, yeah, beefy tires. 47-inch. Yeah, I'll go send this to Alaska. I have most of the upgrades for it, just not the right engine upgrade. What other game was I thinking? There's something on my list. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good game. Ooh. Okay. Just for a minute, I'm going to mess with the towing platform because it looks really cool and I've never used it. Control evacuator. What does that mean? Okay, I need to turn the HUD on because I have no idea how to control this. Control evacuator. I'm pressing buttons and nothing's happening. Oh, there's the controls. Okay, lower is LT. That's... I have to hold... Oh! Okay, so this is how the towing works. Is it replaces your ability to shift gears with the ability to move it. So I'm still able to drive, but then I hold down left bumper and I can move the platform. Oh, and you can tilt it. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Right now I'm destroying the parking lot, so that's fun, because I'm like dragging it on the ground. How did I do that? So extend. Oh. Okay, so that's maximum extension. That's what happened. Oh. So I'm at an angle. This is really cool because this can like get you out of the mud, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my back tires are stuck. Like, just lift myself up several inches. I'm driving with only my front tires and the back end is just dragging. This is nuts. Just driving around, destroying the world. Oh boy, I'm drifting. Yeah, my back tires are not touching the ground, so this is very bizarre. I'm loving this, yeah. Okay, so I was gonna go get this upgrade that's like right here. So let's go do that. Alright. Oh, what's annoying though is that there's no like auto put it back, because that would probably break something if you had a truck on it.
Yeah.
Glitch it too bad. What is move? There's a move button? What? Excuse me? What? Can I angle it? Is that what it does? I can. I think. Wait. What? Move. Oh. Yes. It moves, so there's a winch at the far end of it. So if you're pulling something up, you can't tilt the truck bed thing beyond just like tilting it down towards the ground. But what you can do is, if you have a weird angle, if the truck starts like going off the edge one angle, you can pull the winch side to side. So you can pull it to one corner or the other corner so that it doesn't get stuck.
Nice.
That's really cool. I should pack something on this just for fun. Because I wonder if you can pack a truck onto it and then, like, put it in the garage. I'm going to test that out.
It's going to take me way too long to get that trailer. I think I'm just going to take the L.
Okay. Lose a few thousand. I mean, you earned a bunch of money, so, you know.
Yeah.
It works out.
It's fine.
Alright, this is what I'm going to do. Real fast. I don't know. I don't know if you want to watch this or if you care, but I'm going to real fast pack a truck and see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll watch it, but I'm going to log out.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, is if you wanted to go. Alright, well, thanks for playing, man.
Yeah, man. It's fun.
It was fun. I'm glad we were able to do something that worked.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I get the other stuff working. I don't know what they broke this time, but I think what I'll do is I'll make my own map, because then I know how it works and what to fix.
Yeah.
Or my own mission, so I don't have to rely on super old missions that aren't meant to run in modern Arma. But thanks. Yeah, you have a good night, man.
You too, man. Talk to you later.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Alright. So you have to start the engine. And this is going to be the end of the stream, so thanks for everybody who's watching. but I really want to see how this works. Control. Okay, so I go low. Oop. Okay, I was holding it. Yeah, my LB button does not work too great. So it keeps stopping. And then I start reversing. Yeah, thanks for coming, Cyberbot, but let's check this out. Let's see if I can pack this massive truck onto this tiny thing. I'm gonna try to line it up a little better. Another interesting thing about this is it gives you a different winch point to use. I'm like pushing the truck. Okay. So now, if I winch, I can winch to here, to here. Oh, and I have to re-enable my evacuator. Alright, so if I hit other way. It's like dragging on the ground. Hey, I mean, that does work. It's like a tow truck. Okay, so I can't pack it, but maybe it's because I have the winch? No. Alright, well, it looks like this thing's too big. Like, pack this truck. Oh, that's a shame. But what I can do is just keep that winched on. And I'm going to drive around a bit to see what it's like. And then we're going to be done. Yeah, look at that. It works. Uh-oh. It doesn't work if it's not too tight up on there. Uh-oh. Alright, well, let's see what happens if I recover. Just to be safe. It was still floating there, okay. Alright, check out my other videos on YouTube, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.